Konnichiwa minasan. Today we're going to do another edition of Maki's Moto shop. Now, this is a tip. When you're working on a project, you've got to stay organized. Very, 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 very important. My current project, what I'm working on, is I'm trying to install two horns in my car. One of them is an Uga horn, and one of them is like a Dukes of Hazzard Dixieland horn, so it has a certain tune that it goes. And it's an electronics product, so that means there's so many little pieces. You know, you got wiring, you got switches, and all kinds of little stuff. How do I go and keep things together so I can maintain my sanity? And when I get to my project and the place where I'm doing my work on the car, how do I keep things together? And this is my solution. You have to get a bin. Get a bin, get something. This is, I don't know, it's like a storage bin, something of that sort. You can see that this thing is completely full with stuff. My horns, everything I need, it's all related to it. God, I even have a piece of paper from the place that I got the electronic stuff from. But you have to stay organized. I can't stress this enough. I think I learned it the hard way. Working on a project, it might be exhaust. It could be, I don't know, it could be painting something, doing body work, even rims and tires. I need a place to put my rims, a place to put my paint, you know, stuff that's coated and stuff that's drying and whatever. It's got to stay organized, you know, especially when you come to electronics, because it's got a lot of little pieces. So I know that's pretty basic, but I'm saying this, and maybe this is just words coming out of my mouth and a bunch of hot air. So what I'm going to do is show you a little bit of how complicated this can be and why I need to have a bin. Now, you don't have to spend much money to get a bin like this, okay? I got mine from a tenant in the building that just didn't need this stuff anymore. So I got some big ones, I got some smaller ones, and this one's probably one of the smallest ones I got. So it's a nice place to put things. I think I might use it to put some of my exhaust adapters and piping and, you know, some of the stuff that will fit into a bin. But you need that stuff. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's in my bin. All right. I'm going to go and take the camera off because I don't really have a good way to show you guys this stuff. So hang on tight, you're going for a ride. All right then. So there's my bin, and I'm going to start pulling stuff out from it. Sorry about the shakiness here. I'm trying to do this as best as I can. Now this piece of foam, what am I going to use it for? I'm going to use it to cover, let me stabilize myself as much as I can. Probably cover the chrome part of this. Chrome, metal, whatever it is. Do that as best as I can. I'm putting some high temperature grease on it, so I'm covering this up. I'm going to make a pattern for that. I got some cable ties, always nice to have. I got these at Walmart. That was really cool. This compressor, by the way, is for the Dixieland horn. I covered the holes just in case I have it outside on the car for a while and bolt it back on. Let's see, I got my Uga horn. This is a nice unit. It's always a nice little surprise. People don't expect to see that coming about. Got one, what is it? One of 5 horns. That horn goes down. The biggest horn goes right there. Let's see what else. I got another horn over here. That's 3. And this is 4. And I got another one. This is 5. We'll put that there because I'm taking up desk space here, and this is serious. So let me put this to the side. Instructions. You gotta have instructions. My friend at the tractor shop at the place where I work, look at this. Chicken scratches everywhere. That's my boy from Poland there. You know, he's a mechanic. He's actually got his degree in mechanical engineering, but he works on tractor trailers. Actually, the tractor part of a tractor trailer. But he wrote all over this. I said, hey, can you help me out with this? You know, I want to make sure I got things right. So it's fairly simple. It's laid out for all you, electronics geeks. You're like, oh, that's simple stuff. Well, you're right. But somebody who doesn't do this every day, you know, it looks a little bit complex, and you want to make sure you got everything right. And we got a little drawing over there, and, well, thank you, dude. So we'll put that aside. Nuts and bolts. Picked up nuts and bolts today at the hardware store just before I came in. I wanted stainless stuff. I wanted it to be good. I don't like dealing with rusted bolts when it's been in the weather. I got an old switch from Radio Shack. I don't think I'll use it. It's the wrong kind. More instructions for my Dixieland horn. You can see there's 5 horns there, and you gotta put the tubing with it. What else do we got? What else we got? Shrink tubing. Shrink tubing. The black thing. It has a special glue in it, and it works very well, from what I hear. What do I got? Tools! Tools! Look at this! This is my helping hands. These save me quite a bit. Anything that's related to the project, try to keep it together. It's a very good thing. It almost looks like a little dude. So you put the little dude up. There's 2 clips. Let me try to do this with one hand. Well, unless I put the camera in my mouth. No, I won't be able to do that. No, we're not going to do that. But you see this little dude, there's 1 clip here, another clip there. You hook a wire here, you hook a wire there. Put them together, place them how you want. And place your soldering gun iron, which I didn't find my soldering iron yet. I misplaced it somewhere. Solder it right there, and that thing's good. Once it sets, boom, you're good to go. A nice tool to have. When I get into electronics later, I'll probably explain. Pick that up at the electronics store wherever you can. I don't think they sell them at Radio Shack, but they're worth it. If you can get them, it's like $8, $9. If you get them on sale, it might be $5, $6. Definitely get that. Keep that together. More nuts and bolts. Let me go right into the bin here. We're looking at this. Boy, it's the first time I do a video like that. Nuts and bolts for the horn. Nice to have. I'm using that for modeling. Rivets. 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 What is rivet washers? There you go. Wild and crazy. Oh, check this out. I just did this last night. My button switch. Now, I'm hooking up the buttons in a place that's very temporary. I'm just going to see which way it goes. The red button here is for the Wooga horn, because that's the one I'll probably use the most, and it's very expressive. You can express yourself emphatically with this, like Wooga, woo, 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 Wooga. You know, you can do stuff like that. The black one I'm using for the Dixieland horn because it's a tune, and I assume you hold it to play the whole tune. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go, but as far as my plan is, I'm going to probably put it up on the left hand of the dash console, you know, where my gauges are. So if I'm dating a crazy girl or somebody crazy, then they can't go and push my buttons and be annoying me the whole way because I'm driving the car and they just want to get to me. So I'm putting it on that side. And besides, I want to probably push the horn, like the Dixieland horn, when I'm going through an intersection. While I'm going straight, probably hold the steering wheel with my knee, put it up, and go straight. Push the button for the horn, the Dixieland horn, and with my right hand, have like a peace sign going out. You see that? Yeah, well, I'll have that out the sunroof because I got a sunroof on my car, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you can use it that way. I figure there's a number of combinations of things that I could do, but I'll have to be pushing this switch with my left hand and the peace sign out with the right hand. So there you go. It's very temporary. This was easy to do. It was nice. I'm surprised it turned out that well. I had to make holes in that blue box. So that took some skill, but not a tremendous amount. Rivets to rivet stuff to the car. Brackets like this. You gotta pay attention to details. A lot of people think horns are simple. Fuses, you gotta have fuses. Connectors, yeah, you gotta have them. Almost can't have enough of those. Fuse holders. This is a fuse holder. It's 30 amp fuse. It's a lot of power. I'm also going to have to set a serious plan for my budget on 30, was it 30? I forget what it is. No, 10 gauge wire. I'm pushing some serious power bibs, I'm telling you. We don't want this thing to melt down. What else have we got in here for goodies? Another fuse holder. Probably got like 4 of those. The mini blade fuse. I got a mini blade fuse holder in here that I probably won't use. This is a relay with the connector. I bought the connector, hook up the relay to make my life much easier. I've got 2 relays because I've got 2 horns. Some wiring. I might not use it, but I'm going to probably use it to kind of gauge how much wire I need, so I'll run it across the car and around in the areas around where I'll probably run it. Always nice to have. Another fuse holder. A lot of them. This was a thing that I was probably going to house one of the buttons. I'll cut it in half, and I was going to house another button in there to make a temporary thing like this. Now, temporary is good because you can always kind of figure out how you're going to do things later and make it more trimmed and polished and professional. So don't be afraid to do something temporary. It really helps out a lot. I mean, it'll save you money and save you hassle. You want to see how things work first. I mean, I'll do that with the horn anyway, so. What else we got? Solder. Gotta have solder. When I find my soldering gun. This is the thing that the solder escaped. They usually have the solder packaged in this. Mine escaped and got out somehow. There you go. Another relay, another connector. Let me avoid, part of my instructions. That's a real tip. Oh, I've got an extra angle in here. Yep, we can use that. I forgot I had that in here. All right, more connectors, blah, blah, blah. And you can see, okay, this. I had some magnets. Magnets, because I thought I was going to hook up the horns, you know, and put it on a steel base on a steel part of the frame and hold it that way. I decided I'm going to bolt it and rivet it instead. Nice and solid, so there you go. Oh, and this is another thing. You got to have a bin, because look, they have information back here that tells you how big the hole should be if you want to mount those buttons. Mine, in this case, you can't read it, is an inch. It's going to be an inch hole, so it's going to be an inch in diameter, which was really cool. So I was looking at this last night when I made this, and I said, okay, that thing's going to be about an inch. Now this is not perfect, it's not a perfect hole, but it works for what it needs to be, which is cool. So, yeah, you can see it's a lot of stuff. I even have a flyer from the place where I got the stuff. It's really cool. This was a President's Day sale. So, yeah, you can see Washington's birthday sale. And they had everything on sale. It was like 25% off for all the hardware and things and doohickeys they had in the hardware department. Only that day, they have it every day. You do it electronics in Needham, Massachusetts, those people rock. If you need electronic stuff, they are the people you want to see. So, looking at the whole of things, I really made a mess. Let me stand back if I can. This is a good part of what my project consists of. Instructions and whatnot. A lot of little pieces. Still some pieces in here. Hello, hello. We haven't lost that. I really like this. Fuses, blah, blah, blah. That cost some money too. It cost some money, but I got it on sale. I got it on sale for like $25, except the horns. The horns, well, I bought those at a special place, so there you go. Let me try to get the camera back out here, and you guys can see my face again. I might have to hold it, because it won't stick very well. All right. Woo! Knock a horn down. Things in the way. Dude. But, yeah, so you can tell that, you know, this can save you a lot of hassle. I cannot repeat it and stress it enough. Try to stay organized. It'll keep you sane. There's nothing worse than looking for something you can't find it. And then if you have to run to the store, it's like, The way I'm working this project, me personally, it's a little bit at a time. That way, if, you know, I go to a place and I buy a lot of something like switches or wire, I might have an extra 10 feet of wire or extra 2 or 3 feet of wire or maybe 5, you know. You don't really see what's going on. So if I do a little bit, I think it's better for me. I don't have a garage, so I have to be kind of careful about things, you know. Sometimes when I do things on cars, people think I might be building a bomb. Building a bomb. Oh my God. Don't put that on me. I'm an automotive enthusiast. Check my record. I'm a good person. So, yeah, that's my tip for the day, and hopefully maybe sometime I'll be back to do more stuff, so hope you got something from it. Enjoy it, and you people rock.